settlement. So who were the parties involved in getting the families together with the alleged killer to settle this issue? That would be interesting to note. And at the same time, the US Embassy saying that the families had contacted the embassy employees themselves. So was it just a matter that was resolved between the US Embassy officials and the families, and the government of Pakistan or the Punjab government had nothing to say or nothing to do in it?
Not only that, Sabah, the lawyers are coming out and saying they didn't really have a part to play in it because the families were forced to talk to the US Embassy and the US nationals and sign, and they were forcibly taken to court, but they were forcibly asked to sign those papers. The lawyers aren't party to this. The Punjab government is saying they're not a party to this. US Embassy is claiming that the families called them at the office and asked them for a settlement. Now, what's also pending here, because we were talking to Sumaira earlier, our correspondent, the question that was raised to her was, did both families contact at the same time, all three families contacting at the same time? Was there somebody had to be there representing them as a conglomerate or a group?
But if you look at it, this works out for Washington perfectly, because this was the only way out of this legal quagmire. Until yesterday, even the diplomatic immunity question or the diplomatic immunity declaration by the US Embassy was still in doubt, because the Foreign Ministry had not come out clearly to tell us whether Raymond Davis in fact did have blanket diplomatic immunity or not. So this was the only way out, and it seems that it has been in fact happened, and a settlement has been made. Now we have Quatrina Hosain, our special correspondent and anchor, on the line with us to speak about these developments. Yes, Quatrina, what do you make of all this? A lot of developments in just a few hours.
Well, it's been very surprising, actually. I've heard several analysts saying today that they were expecting this. Well, I for one was not, because we knew that the court hearing was going to happen today.
Right.
But the speed at which this has happened and the comments that came in from the lawyer representing the families has raised a lot of questions. I guess the question here that I have over here is that if the family was going to accept a diyat payment, which is totally legal in Islam and the law prevalent in the country, then why did they wait until this very penultimate moment? This has been going on for weeks and months. Straining relations between two countries had an impact on politics in this country. We saw what happened with Shah Mahmood Qureshi, and then for this to happen in this way, frankly, is raising a whole set of new questions. But the very fact that the court has released Mr. Davis is right there. We all said that we would accept the court verdict, and that's exactly what's happened. So we are left with very little grounds to protest this whole situation. But a host of, as I said, interesting questions have been raised.
Quatrina, 2 points coming your way. Answer these for me if you choose to do that. We've got a double murder challan was put on the case on Raymond Davis in the morning. A couple of hours later, this has happened. He's on his way home. Secondly, the sentiments of the people here. You're quite right in saying that this was dragged out. The sentiments of the Pakistani people were brought into the limelight here.
Absolutely, and at this point, I think it is the responsibility of ourselves, the media, to be very clear on the fact that this is something that is perfectly legal, what has happened. The manner it may have happened, that is something that I suppose we will look into.